Hi guys, and welcome back. I think for those who have been following me for very many years, know Yakomba, I'm very overly organized, and I always like to organize my stuff beforehand all the time. It doesn't make any difference today. Kama mko kunifuata muda mrefu, there are shorts I've done, there are TikTok videos I've done which are not so long. Labda punguza sauti singiliane. There are shorts and I've done, and also there are some TikTok videos I've done on how I like to organize stuff. So my daughter is having a trip this weekend, which is coming up. So I think when I'm recording this is just a day before the trip, which is supposed to be tomorrow on Saturday. Today is Friday. And I wanted to pack a few items, and I thought it was going to make sense to show you things that you can pack for your 6-year-old daughter especially. I think it can work for both a boy and a girl, but then sana because I do have a daughter, then I'm going to show you guys how you should pack for your daughter, especially the toiletries, what are supposed to be in their bags, and especially the toiletry bag. So come, let's do this. So I have this nice bag. I think it's made of cotton or something. I think so, but it feels very nice. The material feels nice. But I have several of these bags, which I also do keep my own toiletries in case I have to go to work, for the sake of, I don't want to be inconvenienced at any point in time. I don't want to be inconvenienced wakati niko kazini ama nafanya jambo lolote mahali pale nitakuwa. Kwa hivyo huwa na prefer kubeba vitu vyangu. Kwa hivyo leo nitakuwa namwekea mwanangu, kwa sababu ya kwamba nataka kumpakia mizigo yake hapa. So what are some of the things that you do require to put for your 6-year-old daughter in their toiletry bag, especially if they're having a trip? For example, this time they're having a school trip. They're going to be visiting several museums and a farm and stuff like that. So it's going to be almost half a day. I assume mtoto lazima itabidi aweze kususu, mtoto lazima itabidi atake kukula. So those are some of the things that you put into consideration when you're packing. Just as a disclaimer, I'm not endorsing any of the products that I've bought today. It's just because they're my go-to items, and there's no affiliation whatsoever. So first, I'd like to put pocket tissues, mainly because I encourage the idea of hand washing every time, and it's always good to, when you hand wash, you dry your hands. What comes next after you've hand washed and you've dried your hands? We are overly involved here in this house about moisturizing. So a hand cream is also very equally important. You have to train them early. You get the point. It's not what I meant to over moisturize, but you get the point. Start them early on moisturizing, and they're going to be following suit every single day because that's what they know. If you want them to have good moisturized skin by the time they're my age or your age, then you need to make it condition them to understand that every time you wash your hands, you dry your hands, leave them a bit moist kidogo, and then you apply what? A hand moisturizer or hand cream. In cases where it is very hard for them to be able to, for example, wash their hands, but then this I don't use it mainly because of washing their hands. It's when post-eating and somebody wants to clean your hands off the debris that has left. Is it even right to say debris, jameni? Udaktari utanimaliza. Anyways, zile machafu mtu umetaka kukula ama taweza kuwa umeosha mkono lakini bila sabuni, and you want your hands to smell nice. I like the bubblegum scented wipes, and they're nice, and bubblegum is one of our favorite scents, or rather would I say a flavor. So when she has to wash hands, or she has to clean her hands post eating, assuming, or touching an animal, whatever, and she wants to clean her hands, this are the to-go-to things to use, the wipes. And of course, again, after you wipe, you can always apply your hand cream. The other thing in this setting is sanitizer. Why do I put a sanitizer in the toiletry bag? Because we always constantly assume that the kids are going to get to a place where they can hand wash properly with water and soap. But in some instances, you might not get actual water and soap, or maybe the line is too long because it's a class trip. So you understand, the line is too long. Mtoto labda nasikia njaa, ama they're in the bus and they want to snack on something. They can't stop the car and say they want to, for example, hand wash first with soap and water before they can start snacking. So this comes in handy because now they can just sanitize. And actually research has proven and science has shown ya kwamba it is equally as effective to use alcohol-based hand sanitizer as to wash hands with water and soap. But of course, if uko na mahali ambako kuna accessibility ya kuosha mkono na sabuni na maji safi, then do that. But in this instant, this also will just work equally well. I don't want to give her a whole roll of tissue, so this is one of the ones that I had in my bag, which was already somewhat used. So tissue, primarily just for her going to the bathroom. So your hand pocket tissues, these are just for you to use for your hands, assuming you want to dry your hands, or you want to tap your forehead or your face because you're sweating. And then the toilet paper is for the toilet. Of course, one other thing, underwear. Why is it important for you to pack an extra underwear in a girl's bag, despite the fact that their age is as little as 6 years old? It is because anything could happen. You can get a stomach upset. Mtoto anaweza kujiendea choo bahati mbaya, either choo kubwa ama choo ndogo, and you wouldn't want them to be embarrassed all the way to come back home smelling like pee, when they could just excuse themselves and the teacher can assist for them to be able to change their underwear. So let's pack this now. So as I'd mentioned, this goes in that one too, the wipes, the sanitizer. Always remember to tell your kids to hand moisturize, use a hand cream. And it's not only for the girl child. I think even these things can be incorporated even for sons, if you do have a son who you're taking for the trip. If it was a bit of an older girl, I definitely have added something perhaps like a pad, that is a sanitary towel. And if it's also a bigger child, a tampon would have been in order. But of course, this is a 6-year-old who's not yet started her menses, so these two might not really come in handy, and we're not anticipating to get our menses this soon anyways because of the age. So that one is a wrap, and you clean it, or rather fold it well. You don't have to make it super tight so that the child doesn't get to have a complicated opening time when they're busy. Mtu anataka kukula, anafikiria every time I have to open this thing, then to get the hand sanitizer for me to eat, let me just leave it alone. I won't do that. So now we have taken care of the nature calls. Another nature call is feeds, of course. One thing we got her with her father is this nice lunchbox bag, which makes a lot of sense. It has this is a separate thing, but we also, she's a fan of Barbie. It has a spoon and a fork, which is just some cutlery for her to use. And the fact I like it because it is they're all stainless steel, so it is reusable. It's not like you feel like you're disturbing the environment in any way. The fact that it's something that the baby bring back and we wash it and we'll use it again and again and again, and it's still got the Barbie imprint, so it's definitely something she's going to enjoy as she's feeding on. So on the lock and lock, sorry, so the bag looks like this, the picnic bag. It looks like this. It has the place where you can put now the cutleries, but we normally don't like to separate them from their case so that they don't get lost. So you put the cutlery there, and then now it is also foil lined to make sure that your stuff are warm if you have other warm stuff you're keeping. And these are some of the packaging or the containers that comes with the bag. There's also a water bottle, but I find it a bit constraining considering it is around maybe 150 mils of water, and my daughter gets to consume a lot of water in a day, so we like to give her a different bottle that will suffice her needs and wants for the day for water. So the first one comes in this partitions, has 3 partitions. You can put different items. For us, we like to do snacks which we consider junk in this small partition, so that we can control the amount of the sugary stuff she's going to eat, or the unhealthy stuff that we think is just necessary, for the fact that sometimes kids want what they want, despite the fact that we know it's not healthy per se. And this limits us well because of the compartments. And then this is the other container that we like to put our healthier stuff, which is much larger, or rather it has no partitioning. So now that we have seen this, we'll go ahead and start to unbox and pack the things that we feel like she's going to carry for. She requested herself for this. These are gummy bears, gold gummy bears. So as I told you earlier, sorry, excuse me, we always put the unhealthy stuff here, and of course we're not going to put the whole how many is this, how many grams are this, sorry, it's like 50 grams. I'm not going to put the whole thing there, mainly because we're trying to avoid having to eat a lot of unhealthy sugars, which are not going to be proactive in helping the baby grow. Another thing that she requested for dearly are the sponge cakes, the Nivita sponge cakes. So I'm going to have to slice that. I'll see you guys in a short while. So we do have the sponge cake, which is chocolate coated vanilla cake. I think this is the only one that I'm going to pack for her, and a few nice biscuits, and what else, and a bit of some Skittles. But some of these items, I reckon that if I pack them now, they're going to lose their crunch, so I'm going to pack them in the morning. However, the cake and the Skittles can as well as go in right now, and the rest is milk, water, and some flavored milk. So let's cut our slices. So for the nice biscuits, the coconut flavored biscuits, we're going to put them tomorrow. Meanwhile, let's put some Skittles. So some Skittles and a bit of the gummy bears there. So our sponge cake can go right about there. Oh, looks nice. This is how it looks like. So I'm going to slice it into 2 so I can fit well. There we go. So now this remainder of the, so we have some Skittles here and some gummy bears and the sponge cake here. Look at that, it looks so nice. It's vanilla sponge cake coated with chocolate. And then here we're going to put some biscuits because of lack of avoiding it to lose the crunch. I'm not going to put it today, but I'm going to put some of this, as I'd already told you, the coconut flavored biscuits, and maybe a few of this chocolate sandwich biscuits on this part. And that is it for the unhealthy snacking options that I'm going to give her for this trip. And then for this one, all the goods that I'm going to put here are going to be perishable, so I'm not going to pack them today, but I'll show you once I've packed them. We're going to have some grapes. We're going to also add some olives because they're her favorite. We're going to add I'll just show you when I'm putting in the items so that you don't think I'm just making up things before you see them. So basically that is it. Until next time. No, why would I say until next time and I've not packed for you the other things? Okay, I should cut that part off. Toodles. Some cucumber sticks, some sausages, and some grapes. I'm going to add some olives into the healthy snack bowl.
I'm going so early. I woke up even the sun is not rising.
Yeah, so today we're early risers. Let me feed her breakfast. Ta-da! So it's assembling time. Skittles or whatever. And our healthy snacks. I make it a point to make sure that I've incorporated something healthy. I know even the sausage is not healthy, but she had requested them, so sometimes we do what is right, sometimes we also do what the baby wants, kidogo.